Okay, Jason, one more time. Thank you so much for coming. You're like my best student so far. So
Oh, thank
we're
you.
we're gonna talk about cancel culture and public opinion. We're just gonna talk about our opinion of people that have been getting canceled or some topics that are being canceled right now in social media. So let's start. Uh, okay, so the key vocabulary. I don't know if you know the whole the all the vocabulary. Reputation, boycott, scandal, mob mentality, and controversy. Do you have any questions?
Okay. Mm, Boycott is, for example, when I think last time it happened, uh, Bad Bunny wanted to do a boycott in the Grammys because he didn't got any, he didn't get any. I think, but it was a lot time ago. That's a boycott, right? When you try to like ruin
Interrupt.
or interrupt. And
Yeah.
move mentality. I don't know that word, that expression. That's
Yeah.
new for me.
Yeah, it was new for me too. When I search it up, mob mentality, it's a mentality that is shared with a lot of people. So mob mentality, it's for example when you, your family, your friends thinks that, for example, Bad Bunny is the worst singer in the world. So that's a mob mentality that a huge community or too many people think the same way. That's it. Mob mentality.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of
And
it. Yeah. So let's start. Have you ever seen someone get canceled online?
oh yeah, and you actually put an example.
Who? Who? Who of them?
Vic, Vic Shavila. Oh my God, because she has done many stupid things being serious here.
She,
And for
she
example,
doesn't
right
have.
now in the political landscape we are having in Colombia, the only thing she says is, "Oh, Iván Cepeda is going to ruin the country." That's the only thing. I mean, one has to be critical, of course. You gotta be critical. You gotta be realistic, but that's the only argument she has, and it's not an argument. It's just an expression because
Exactly.
she says and says and says, but she doesn't present any evidence. So, and of course, Mr. Unnameable,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I think
Uribe.
he should shut up and he should go away. He has
Yeah.
done many horrible things with his country, and he's still there. I don't know
Yeah.
why, and I don't know why people still follow him. That's the thing.
Yeah. I mean, from right people, the ones who are like this bad person, Uribe. I don't know what's gonna happen with Colombia if Paloma wins. To be honest, you know
Oh
what
my
got me
God.
mad? You know what really got me mad? I was the kind of person that used to support a what's the co-president of Paloma? Do you remember his name? Uh,
Daniel Oviedo.
Oviedo. Ay, marica. I was the person who I was trusting him. Dios mío. I vote for him, trusting him. And when he loses, go with Paloma. I felt myself really, how do you say that? When you get
What?
uh, when I forgot even in Spanish,
Like
traicionada.
traicionar. Yeah.
Yeah, how
Betray. I think
betrayed. Yeah,
the yeah the verb is betray. Betrayer. I know. I feel betrayed.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
many people, maybe many people have told me that they followed Oviedo, and when he did that with Paloma, many were like, "What the hell?"
I tell you,
And
Terrible,
Yeah,
terrible. And you know what's funny? That he doesn't even follows his ideas. He just if he wanted to win, he maybe not the presidents, but if he wanted to be the governor of Bogota, he will stay quiet, doing the same thing that he was doing before without following Paloma, and he will be the governor
yeah,
of Bogota. But
yeah.
now, when you go straight with the person that everybody hates, which is Uribe, that we know is the first hand of Paloma, do you have brain
Um,
eventually? I know.
yeah, yeah. That was crazy. I mean,
It's very wrong.
yeah, I didn't see that coming. And I think that many people didn't see that coming. But I
Yeah.
was like, oh.
Yeah.
Same thing. I didn't follow Oviedo either. So I think
No, right now, to be honest, I'm gonna vote for um Cepeda, 100%. That was my
really,
second option. Yeah, you're not? Who are you gonna
yeah,
vote for?
yeah. I am thinking about voting for him, but whenever I get more and more critical, I start to think that left or right both have been doing lots of stuff in this country. Maybe we can give another opportunity to the left because Petro was kind of cool in some stuff and bad in other stuff. I don't like fanatism, right? When I was
Yeah.
younger, I was like, oh yeah, Petro is the best one. But after that, I started to become more and more critical, and still, I follow him. I like his ideas and so on. But sometimes the way he does the things, no. Sometimes
Yeah.
he screws things up. And I'm pretty sure Ivan Cepeda is going to screw things up too, but in my case, I would say he's the one who is not going to screw that much compared to
Exactly.
Paloma or to Abelardo.
Sí.
So that's
Sí.
why, yeah, I vote for Cepeda too. This
You know
time. Next
what's
time, maybe. Oh, yeah, teacher. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna
No
say
worries.
that what's really sad about Colombian governors or future governors they that a Colombian person when it's about to select Colombian, they don't think about who is the best or who is actually gonna be helping the country. They think who is not the worst because all of them are bad,
Yes,
and we know that. But a Colombian person, me, that I'm from Colombia, I'm thinking who is not gonna harm that much Colombia as the others.
exactly.
That's really
I think
sad.
the same, teacher. Yeah, I think the
That's really
same.
sad. That's Colombia eventually. That's what this Uribe made for us. So, what is public opinion in your social media, or maybe no social media because we discussed you don't use it that much? But how do you think public opinion interfere in social media?
Well, the thing is, social media is full of people that, you know, say things and so on. For example, in the other slide, we saw Vicky Davila and we saw Westcol. I didn't even knew Westcol. The first time I saw him was when he do the interview with President Petro. It was interesting. So yeah, the thing is, public opinion is something crazy, something polemic, because it's not the same as the truth, or it's not the same as being critical, or the same as being reflective. Public opinion is more about emotions or opinions, as it is the name. And I think that affects a lot because when you open Facebook and you see a person saying, "Oh, I hate Petro because this and that," or "Oh, I hate Uribe because," sometimes people who hate Uribe sometimes are right. And
Yeah,
sometimes even people who hate Petro are right too. But the thing is, when I entered there and I only saw emotions and emotions, no fact, no dates, no numbers, I'm like, what's going on here? That's
yeah,
why I try not to use Facebook or whatever.
yeah. It's true. There is something that you say right. That always like the opinion that are just going around in social media, they are not true. Eventually, because people, when they judge on what they comment on others, they just comment without no reason, without getting in deep of the situation. They don't search for information, and they just wanted to live into the ignorance. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like neither to to express myself in social media, but I'm the one eventually who, for example, scroll videos, and there are some videos talking about the war, about Trump, about Colombian people, whatever, and I like to see the comments, but I find that there is people that they just speak without no reason, without no searching, without looking forward for a truth. So that gets me mad. Eh, okay, is a backlash always worth? Do you know what's backlash?
No, but looking at the image, maybe like a complaint, something like that.
Yeah, backlash is a massive march, or no, march, no. It's a massive controversy. I don't know how to say, but it's exactly like this. It's when a lot of people go to stand for the truth or stand to for their opinions, and they just protest. That's the word. Backlash, similar to protest. Do you think getting into a protest is worth?
Depending on the government, because for example, let me give you a short example. When Duque was president and the people complained and so on, they were attacked by the police. But nowadays, interestingly, when people complain against the president, Petro, well, he doesn't use the police to kill people or to attack people. That's the thing. I think it's worth it when you don't have to like put in risk your life, as in the government of President Duque. And let me tell you a little story. I was in a little march, but thankfully the march was little and the police were not attacking us. But in other places, like in Cali or in Bogota, oh my God, there was a lot of
Yeah,
violence.
yeah. And
So,
I don't know if you have heard about Dylan
yeah,
Dylan
he
Fuentes.
was he
He was
was the
killed.
martyr, let's say. Yes, as
He,
many as many
hmm
as
Yeah,
many
that's
people.
that's the sad story. I remember when Colombia was getting into the backlash, and Colombia was
Yeah,
manifesting themselves. It was crazy. Those years were really bad. Like everybody was scared to going outside their houses just because people was getting really bad, and the police was even getting worse. With I'm just gonna put it like that.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm moving too much, but
They
yeah, there was a time that Colombia was getting very insecure. Maybe
yeah.
not.
I remember. I
Yeah,
uh, I mean, I supported these kind of things, but when they are not vandalic. But how can we say, or how can differentiate where people are vandalic and where people are defending themselves against the police? Because, yeah, here there was a lot of police stuff. They killed people. They killed many people. That was crazy. But nowadays, that doesn't happen at all, of course. The president
yeah.
hasn't like stopped the violence and so on, but at least it's different. At least
That's
you
what I'm
can go
saying.
out and march
Yeah,
and you will
that's
not get killed or attacked or that.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's actually worth to protest. Like, it's actually worth to put your life in danger in a bad way just because you just want to raise your voice and speak up, and then bad people saying with your opinion or against your opinion is gonna go against you or is gonna harm you. Like, it's actually worth that kind of voice raiser
Yeah.
thing. Sometimes it's not, and it's getting dangerous. To be honest, I have never been in a protest, because of the fear of getting killed or getting harmed.
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
know. I have a friend who had to smoke a. Oh, I don't remember the name of this in English. A gas lacrimógeno,
ay,
and
Dios
that's
mío.
horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes you cry, and and your eye starts to burn as hell. So yeah, it must be
I rem-
horrible. He told me
I
that, but
remember.
I have never been
Yeah, I
been.
remember. I remember those days when Colombia about Dylan Fuentes when Bogota eventually was getting really bad,
Yeah.
really insecure. Like I had friends who came over, like they were just going 5 p.m. going to the protest, and they started to cover in their faces with
Oh
masks,
my gosh.
going with glasses. Like, are you going to the war or you are going to protest? Like, I don't understand. It was a really
Yeah.
bad days in Colombia.
Yeah, certainly. I hope it doesn't happen again in that way. I mean, it's okay for people to march, for example, against some politics of the current president, but uh, I really like that he hasn't like sent the police to kill people or to attack.
Yeah,
And that's the thing I really like about this government. One
it's
of
not
these
necessary.
some
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
not necessary at all. So, well, that will be everything for today. I have 2 minutes to go to the conversation club. So, thank you so much again for coming. I just sent you the attendance that I have never sent because I always forget, but I have sent you
Oh my gosh.
the attendance link
Yeah.
for you to fill it up and maybe see you in the conversation club. I don't know if you're gonna be
Yes,
today or tomorrow.
sure. Yes. No, I will be today.
Thank you.
In a while I will see you.
Okay, so
Sure,
I will
teacher.
see you in 30 seconds. Okay,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will see you.
Thanks, teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye, teacher. See you in a sec.